What's up? I was just kneeling for the national anthem. I'm kidding, I wasn't. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. Okay, that's the controversy this week. The NFL, and take the knee, take the knee. And what do I think? Everybody's like, Mike, what do you think? I'll tell you. You gotta stand up. Boom. And here's why. I don't say this, well, hopefully I do say it lightly, because it's supposed to be funny. It's changed, guys. Originally, when Colin Kaepernick started this, he wanted to shine light on some issue. We'll get to that later. Now it's morphed into no one knows why you're kneeling. When you turn on the TV to watch the game, which I frankly don't do anymore, that's another issue. It just looks like a bunch of rich guys that hate America. Now, America's not perfect. I know that. I'm the first guy to criticize us. Well, hopefully not the first guy. That's usually some drunk asshole at the party. This country sucks. Screw that guy. I'm like the second or third guy to criticize. Actually, I'm probably like the 10th or 11th. Anyway, we have problems, and the protest, it just doesn't look good anymore. It doesn't. Get up and do something. And I know the NFL, you guys do a lot in sports. Guys, listen, Joe Louis, the boxer, the great pugilist, is that right? Fisticuffs guy. Joe Louis, back in World War II days, joined the military. The black community's like, Joe, what are you doing? And Joe Louis, God bless him, great American. Joe Louis, great American. He goes to fight Nazis. I'm doing it as Chris Walken. And everybody's like, why are you doing this? And Joe said, America's got a lot of problems, but Hitler is not going to solve any of them. And that's where I am too. America's got a lot of problems. Bad guys aren't going to solve any of them. Good guys are. In the NFL, you guys want to be the good guys. Now it looks like you're the bad guys. It's crazy. Like Colin Kaepernick started this thing because, well, I'm going to put a little, he started dating a girl named Nessa. I think that's where it is. She was an activist and she was on the radio and then Colin was, and then magically Colin became an activist. I don't blame you, guy. I don't blame you. Strong women will change a man. A good lady will make you change your views on world events. So Colin said that he couldn't stand and respect a country and a flag that treated people poorly and was oppressive and racist and la la la. I think it was the whole Black Lives Matter thing, which I don't want to go there. Not a good subject because the stats don't back it up. Sorry, I'm one of those guys. I'm making my I don't want to say it. The stats aren't there. I did some research. If we're talking about like, this is not police. This is just like young black males. Because I think that's everybody, like what's going on there. There's a lot of emotion here. I looked up the CDC, Center Disease Control. They keep a record of all this. In 2011, the number one cause of death for young black men aged like 25 to 34, murder. That was number one, murder by other black men, like black people killing one another. That's the number one. Number two, accidents. Number three, suicide. So something's going on. There is a problem. So let's do something about it. If it's the cops, you guys listen. The NFL, you guys have a lot of money, and if you want to do something, let's pass more laws, get people elected. Let's make all the cops wear body cams and they can't erase the footage, right? That'll, like every cop in America, and they're like, that'll cost a lot of money. Let's do a telethon for that shit. I will pitch in. I don't want innocent people to be killed. So there's something going on, and the protest, literally, like people die so that we have these freedoms, which is like, that's where you get into the catch-22. I totally respect that you can protest. I totally get it, and I don't want to look like Donald Trump. Here's the deal. When Trump said, and this is when he's like, because you're watching these guys kneel week after week, and you're like, get up, dude. It's not that bad. Get up, get up. And when he says stuff like, wouldn't you like to see one of these owners tell one of these sons of bitches? And that's the other thing. That's really dicey with our history of slavery. And Trump's like, wouldn't you like to see one of these owners? And you're like, ooh, wow, that was slave adjacent there. That was awkward. when he says, wouldn't you like to see one of these NFL owners tell one of these sons of bitches sitting for the anthem, you're fired? And I'm like, yes, Yes, I would. There, I said it, because you look greedy, and it's not doing what you want it to do, players. However, I'm not one of these guys that's looking to the NFL for answers. That's the thing. Like, people can stop watching. You don't have to stand. Do your thing. Like, I was trying to say that earlier. I don't want to live in a country with, like, forced patriotism. That's truly un-American. Where you're like, are you going to stand for the anthem? I am now. Oh, say, can you? Don't kill me. That's not, that's not cool. And I don't think people fought for that kind of thing. Hopefully you want to stand. Hopefully the flag has given you more than it's taken from you. That's a good one. I gotta remember that. Hopefully the flag has given you more than it's taken from you. If you want to try to help, let's help. Let's do something. Let's get motivated. You got the conversation going, so I think you can stand now for the anthem. That would be my advice. And to everybody, NFL fans, don't feel bad about turning it off. Life continues. I haven't watched the NFL on and off, but listen, I'm never going to give them another nickel. When the Cleveland Browns left for Baltimore, that was the heartbreaker. That stopped. And I certainly don't look to my football players and athletes like that to solve these big, complex social problems. Like, I honestly, here, I'm going to say this, I don't care what the football player thinks. It's a game, guys, and I hate to be that guy too, but ultimately I'm not looking to you to like solve complex math problems. I'm not looking for you to build computers. Here's what it is: you chase a ball around. You're very specific humans, and you've trained for this sport your entire life, and you're giant, and you're a specimen, and you run around, and your life is comprised of, don't let that guy get the ball, get that guy with the ball, throw me the ball, catch the ball, run the ball. There's not a lot of, I know there's some smart football players, and they could totally kick my ass, but on the whole, I'm gonna say, not the brightest of the bunch. I don't think there's a lot of like, scientists in labs tonight going, I just can't figure out this particle accelerator. Would someone please get me the Miami Dolphins? I'd like to go home sometime tonight. I don't think guys in the NFL are going to solve world peace. I really don't. I don't think it's like asking like a bear to get the Jews and the Palestinians together. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna be like, hey, I have a prop. Hey, Mr. Bear, what should we do about the Middle East? He says that the Palestinians should stop with the rockets, and maybe then they could come to the table. And yes, and he doesn't want to go back to the pre-war lines, and the West Bank is still highly in contention. And he'd like another Diet Coke. So there you have it. If you're gonna kneel. I wish you wouldn't. I think the country's given you more than it's taken away, and let's do something. Let's get active. Let's help the community. Let's figure out what's going on, and let's help. I love you guys. This is a long one.